Ladies and gentlemen, WWE 2K26 updates are right around the corner. If you guys missed it, in the patch notes for 1.09, it was announced that 1.10 was already being worked on, which they had done before. And the last time they did that, we got a massive patch. Now, far too often I come on this channel and spew about things that I want to see along with some of what you guys want to see, but this time it's all about y'all. I put out a tweet talking about what do you guys want to see fixed, the top thing, and we got a lot of answers. Before we get into that, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Let's go on ahead and get into it. First things first, we just got a teaser for a new entrance update for Demolition, Crush, Smash, Axe. And this is really good because what this means is that the patch is right around the corner and honestly faster than I anticipated. And if I had to guess, we're probably going to get a couple more entrance updates. I do hope that we do get an OBA update because literally everybody in the community has spoke about wanting this. So honestly, it would be really huge to see that get in the game, especially with us only being 2 months into the cycle at this point. That would be awesome if we got OBA, but hopefully there is rumors about an LA Knight new mocap. You know, there was some stuff going on with that, so maybe LA Knight does get his entrance in game. It seems like the animations that 2K is not able to push through for launch, they always get it in a later patch. So that is also something to go on ahead and talk about with all that. And yeah, man, let's go on ahead and get into y'all thoughts. So y'all, this is the tweet. If y'all don't follow me on X, go on ahead and follow me on X right now, because what are you doing not following me on X but you watch this channel? But the first thing that we're going to see on here is Kenny Bomb. Shout out my boy, man. Remove the cooldown in MyFaction. That's what they not doing, in parentheses. I do think that the cooldown needs to go away. Like, it really needs to, bro. Like, when you look at the fact that we're being slowed down for the pace that we're playing at, or how good we are, or even how bad we could be. I've lost matches and still gotten into a cooldown. Allow me to just play the game how I like. I don't understand why that's a problem, you know, and I think that's one of the big negatives with MyFaction this year and why people feel nickel and dimed the way that they do, because MyFaction feels like it hasn't really taken the massive step forward that it feels like a mode like that should take, especially when it has as much eyes as it does every single year because of the persona cards. So I really do hope that that is something that is done, even though I don't think they need a patch for that. I think they could just do it if they wanted to, but we'll have to go on ahead and see what happens. The ability to do top rope dives and springboards to players laying on tables, Swanton Bombo. I already know what he's talking about. I don't even got to go through this, man. But yes, I agree. The only way to do this right now with, you know, tables in the announce tables is if you put a wrestler on the announce table and you power bomb them. Like, you don't actually do it the way that you're supposed to do it, and that actually allows you to do a finisher off of the ladder. But that is something legit that you can do, but it does not allow you to do it like just putting them on a table and laying them on it the way that you're supposed to. The invisible wall being gone this year does allow for stuff like that, which again, the table animates the way that it's supposed to and everything. That's why it's so crazy to see that you're still not allowed to do that through announce tables, right? And being able to jump from ambulances and things like that onto tables, that is something else that does need to be introduced into the game, especially with the way ragdoll and all that good stuff is this year. That's something that I would like to see. Fun and inspiration to log back in would be nice. I do agree. You know, a lot of the times lately, I find myself getting on the game and just hitting the main menu and just staying there. You know what I'm saying? And that can't possibly be, you know, super fun. I know that I ain't the only one. I've seen people talking about it. You know, I do play universe mode a lot when I get on there, but there's times where I log in, I'm on a main menu, and I'm like, damn, do I really want to play right now? So we need to find that inspiration back and get people back on the game. Get rid of the purple ring for matches that have more than one opponent at a time. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind that. I think the island matches are OD with the purple ring, but I'm not sure how it is now, you know, after the latest patches and stuff, because I really haven't played the island in a while. The ability to do diving finishers, facts. How about create a championship materials look like? Word. Created arena is awful. That's still glitchy. I'm just tired of paying $200 Canadian for an unfinished product. They clearly don't care about the fan, where they just care about making that money. So my boy is frustrated, and hopefully Created Championships and Created Arena does get that update. I've been saying Created Arena needs that overhaul because we've talked about it for a really long time on this channel, and I don't really create arenas, but I got creators that do, I got friends that do, and people that support this channel that do, and it really does need some more attention. Honestly, just the stability and ability to rename and add renders to alt attires, I still don't know why that was removed. We need to get the names and everything for alt attires, and we also need to be able to upload actual renders. You know what I'm saying? Like, not being able to actually name an attire is kind of crazy when we've had it in the game for so many years. Now it's like Cody Rhodes 1, Cody Rhodes 2. Like, I think that needs to be improved. Online with actual detailed patch notes, not the vague BS we get every patch. I do got to say, man, I do think that this is rubbing players the wrong way, the way that they give the online patch notes. Hey, online stability has been improved, and then you get on online, and it's just very similar to what it was already like before the patch. So I can understand why people are so upset about that. We're still missing the online matches like Elimination Chamber and all those types of matches that allow us to play with multiple people at a time. That hasn't been in the game for almost a month now at this point. Hopefully it is something that they are working on and just something that we can enjoy. You know, I really do miss playing online with my friends and people that want to play online on the streams and stuff like that. Hopefully that is something that is a priority. Game crashing while choosing to go after new championship promo option in universe mode. That was happening to me at the very beginning of the year, but it has not happened yet again. I will go on ahead and put this in here just because if it is something that's happening and there's somebody that could do something and is watching this video, they can go on ahead and take a look at that. But I do remember reporting that over to developers when that first was happening. So I'm surprised that you're still having that issue. But again, a lot of these things, man, sometimes it feels like we're not even playing the same game, because some people will tell me, I'm experiencing this glitch, I'm experiencing this that's currently wrong, but I won't be experiencing anything close to it. So that is the crazy part about it. Tag entrants that match today's entrances, like tag teams like Lash and Jax. All right, I understand that. You know what I mean? But I think that we got to go for something that we know that they can fix. Because at the end of the day, y'all, this isn't a live service game. I know that we get lots of updates and stuff throughout the year. But let's be honest, like asking for something like this, I think you are getting your hopes up and most likely going to be disappointed. Just my 2 cents with that. You know what I'm saying? But that's just where I'm at. Make World Tour fair. I don't mind a challenge, but some of this is way too hard for the reward. I do agree. I stopped playing World Tour because of how time consuming it is, but I know that I have people that do like it and do enjoy it, but it's just not my cup of tea this year, to be completely honest. I don't even know my bro. I haven't played since 1.09. It crashes when it asks me to update my save data. Wow. So you haven't even been able to play the game. That is tough. I'm not going to lie. In tag matches, when you press circle or B, it glitches out the match and you have to repick everyone. Hopefully that is fixed soon. Let us quit grind again. It shouldn't take us 15 hours to grind out a damn box. I do agree with that as well. Free premium ringside pass needs to make up for the lackluster stuff they gave us. I do agree. They do need to make up for a lot of that stuff that unfortunately, you know, wasn't as good. The Borderlands DLC was not great in the ringside pass, so I can understand why everybody is feeling the way that they do and so upset. You know, I get it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want Borderlands personas taking up the spots. I don't care whether they're in their game or not, because people do enjoy that type of stuff, but don't put it in at the expense of, you know, some really cool stuff that we could get that actually has to do with the product in real life, you know. So hopefully that is something that is worked on. Patch 1.08 broke Extreme Rules matches in custom arenas. Wrestlers won't get weapons anymore. I haven't heard this one yet, but I do hope that it is fixed. My hardcore division is dead. That's my #1 among many. Universe mode. Stop the constant Irish whips during tag matches and every match on the floor. It's a bit much, annoying, and pointless. Alta tires haven't touched this game since. Alta tires is one of the biggest things for me too, y'all. Trust. I do think that that needs to be fixed. Rumble glitch, when if they go over the top but hang, they don't come back in until the very end. They just hang. Also, the camera following eliminated wrestlers for the rest of the match. That is nuts. Okay, that is something that needs to be fixed. Add the accelerators. Oh, that's too late. We ain't getting none of that, y'all. Let's just be honest for a second. I'm not sure if it's a bug or something they removed, but we can't import hair form one call to another, even though it's been a feature in the last 3 games. That seems to be a trend over the last couple of just months with this game. Stuff that we've already seen before in the game is not working or not in the game this year, like the Ultra Tire renders and the names and all that stuff. Like, I'm not sure if that was something that was affecting the game and we may just not know about it, but it is odd to see that gone, you know. So hopefully we do see that in the future. Working online servers and the missing match types added back in the game for online. I wish Charlotte Flair can wear all her robes since they are made for her anyway, not just the generic one. Y'all went crazy, I'm not gonna lie, but a lot of it that I'm seeing is stamina bars, community creations, custom renders, you know, and online. And I seen somebody talking about Jeff Hardy's armbands. He ain't even in the game yet, my boy. But there's a lot, y'all, and I think this is eye-opening, right? 65 comments, different problems. It's one of those things that definitely need to be improved as soon as possible, and that's the reason why we make these videos, to make sure that the community is being heard, because at the end of the day, we all got the same goal in mind. We want the best wrestling game possible, and right now, WWE 2K has not been the cleanest game all year. So hopefully with patch 1.10, we are looking at a way better game with a lot of these fixes, you know, fixed and just ready to go, so everybody who is having their issues can get a lot of these things smoothened out. I do have a feeling we are getting a massive patch, just because, like, when they make that announcement, that means they're working on something bigger and better. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to stay tuned for the next one. I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace.